Now, everything about what we do in this show, it seems to break some kind of record every week. Early on this week, we had the first female, was it? Yeah. Right? And now we have the first person that is not a candidate vying for a particular post in this particular general election. And it's the first time that we've actually had the panel soliciting the production team for more time so that we can, of course, extend the program, because maybe they seem to have more questions that they're going to ask. Officially, we just have about 12 minutes left in the program this evening. We're going to try and see what we can do. I'm not making any promises just yet. We're going to, okay, I'm going to try and see what we can do. But let's turn the microphone over to our panel once again as we continue the final few minutes. Maybe if we can organize, we'll see if we get some more time.
Ms. Ford from Youth Ambassadors, Director of Youth Ambassadors. My question to you is, I'm hearing a row in the crowd here, and as you know, we are diversified. We don't belong to one body, we belong to various bodies that you would probably be shocked who is here and who is not here, when at the end you may find out. But my question to you is, this personality that you are displaying here to us, if in the event you join up with either the ILP or the PNM, will this be the same deliverance?
If I join up with whom? With what?
The ILP or the PNM. Would this be the same persona you are going to give us as the public?
Well, I don't know what you find in my persona that I should modify in any way. Because I am being who I am, so I can't be anything else.
So this is how you are.
But this is, and I don't know how you find me to be.
I find you to be arrogant, if you ask.
Do?
That's just my personal opinion. As you said, you are allowed to say what you want to say.
Of course.
So of course, my thing is, you're dealing with youths. A lot of emphasis is placed on youths, especially around election time and whatnot. And this is how you speak to the youth. Even if you see that, okay, you said his discourse shows in his age, don't you think you should enlighten us in a respectful manner? Or is that your version of respect? Because if so, you are no better than the Prime Minister, who you have nothing good to say about right now.
And personally, anyone that you will be represented in the next 10 days, I will surely not be supporting.
So.
Good night. Again, Renako Williams, PNM. I want to personally commend you on walking away from the sinking ship, right, of the partnership, all right? Personally, well, that's just my way of, my version of putting it, right? The question that I want to ask you is that there were other candidates, well, other persons, in the party who were also rejected as candidates. All right. Would you say it was for the same reason as yourself, or there are other reasons why they were rejected?
I don't know, because I was never given a reason why I was rejected.
Okay, so you leaving was not because of not being chosen.
No, my leaving is the manner in which it was done.
Because I know that you were saying that she was ignoring you and these different things. So that was the reason.
No, my manner my reason is the manner in which I wasn't chosen, not being chosen. And by the way, I want to tell that young lady who told me that I find you very arrogant as well. Yes.
Then we have something.
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. We have something in common, so that's good.
Yeah. There have been calls on the PNM platform for you to come home, and then up to what night they were right. And what we are saying now, there are people who are saying that you have been used by United National Congress. What our youth has been fighting for is to ensure that when September the 8th comes and all these political GCs come off, that we all live together. Can you please articulate your position? You're a man of many words, as you have done to us here tonight.
Is that so?
Can you please give it to the nation that if you felt used as a person of an African descent in a predominantly Indian party, or what is it in going forward?
Yes, I feel used. Yes. The short answer to that is I feel used, and the reason why I feel used again is because in the manner in which it was done.
Winston Peters, good night. In regards to you presented yourself before a screening panel, anyone who presents yourself for any sort of competition, whether it be a raffle or screening or whatever, expects that it's by chance. So, therefore, you presenting yourself to the screening committee, chances so that you were not gonna be and just by presenting yourself, you're supposed to put that behind you, like you wasn't going to be selected, or you may or may not. It's a chance. Is it that you knew that you were not going to be selected, and why were you so upset if it was all based on chance?
Okay, well, you see, let me tell you, right? The antecedents of this whole thing is that I was hearing for a long while that there were nefarious actions taking place out of common person's sight. And I was hearing that all the time. And I didn't believe it because of my relationship with the Prime Minister. I couldn't believe that all that I have done for her, you know, all this that I was hearing was really possible. And then exactly what I was hearing, and then some, came to pass. So yes, that's why I'm upset.
Mr. Peters, if in the instance you were selected to contest the Mayaro seat, would you have been in this position right now?
What position?
Well, out of the party and, you know, and speaking out.
No, I would not have been. I would not have been out of the party and speaking out. I would have been in the party and speaking in.
Okay. But would that be fair to the people of Trinidad and Tobago?
Of course it's fair to the people of Trinidad and Tobago if I'm speaking to the people that I want to speak to. As indeed it's fair to the people of Trinidad and Tobago now because I'm speaking to all of them. But if I want to speak to the people in the cabinet and the people, my parliamentary colleagues, then it is also fair to the people. That's their representative.
But they don't really do anything when they speak to them internally, you know, because the Prime Minister would have been privy to many things internally and do nothing about it. So speaking in sometimes really, you know, it don't really solves the problem.
Well, maybe let's say that I'm speaking out now in the way that I'm speaking out, and I'm totally out. I think I did the moral thing by resigning from everything and coming down, and I'm now speaking. So I'm free to speak. I'm out here and I'm speaking, and I hope that in the future that my actions now would propel the Prime Minister to speak to somebody the next time that something like this should happen, well, and they ask to speak to her, so then we wouldn't have all of this.
The saying goes, better late than never. So I mean, you know.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good night again, sir. I want to ask if you're familiar with this quote. Politics is never about race. It's never without race, rather. And anyone who believes that politics will never be without race is only fooling themselves. Are you familiar with this quote?
I agree with you 100%.
Fantastic.
It is my quote.
Fantastic. Given that this is your position, and given that our first-past-the-post voting system guarantees the monolithic status of the two primarily race-based parties in our country, are you willing to use your position of visibility and name recognition to champion calls for constitutional reform to change our voting system from first-past-the-post, for example, to mixed-member proportional representation, if you're familiar with what that is?
Short answer is no.
Can I ask you why not?
Because I'm not involved in the politics right now, and I'm not taking part in those political discussions. However, if we have discussion and a panel discussion like this, and we want to talk about it, then I would be able to do it. But I'm not going to indulge myself in something that I have no control over whatsoever.
Can I ask then if you are in favor of constitutional reform away from?
Yes, I am.
All right, fantastic.
But I'm only in favor of taking part in it when I could do something about it. I'm not going to spend the rest of my life bailing the sea, my friend.
So what you're trying to say is that there is no way to make change publicly.
Oh, there is a way to make change publicly.
But you're not willing to take that risk, that route.
I am not willing to go out there and champion it.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir.
Good night again. No one to ask, so I'll ask. My question to you is, what is your view on the demonizing campaign on Dr. Rowley? That, well, because you know you all are friends, as he has indicated. All right. Mm-hmm. So what is your view on that and on Rodney Charles in a separate manner?
I don't have any views. I don't
no
have
view.
A view.
No view on
either of what you ask me.
Okay, so even though that you all were good friends and you know they were saying things and these things, no view on that?
I have no view, no.
Okay.
Or if I do, I don't have one that I wish to express.
Okay, all right.
Mr. Peters, one quick question. In regards to you are not being straightforward in regards to the claim.
I'm not what?
You're not in terms of, in my perspective, you're not willing to disclose which political party you support at the moment. Is it that you're waiting until after the election so whoever wins you could just probably like eat a food or something?
No, I am not. No, I am not. But what I am doing is exercising I'm exercising my democratic right to reveal or not to reveal what I want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that either.
Good night, Mr. Peters.
Again.
As former Community Development Minister, what have you done and what do you think can still be done to help protect LGBTQI people from being disadvantaged? As former Communication Development Minister, what have you done and what do you think can still be done to protect LGBTQI people from disadvantage?
What does that mean,
community?
first of all? What's that acronym? I want her to tell me.
Actually, I'll give this to my colleague.
No, I want you to tell me why. No, you asked me the question. Tell me what it means. What does it mean?
It means people of different sexual orientations, sexual identities, gender identities. Just people who are different from the normative.
I respect all persons in the world, regardless of who they are or what they sex. That's their sex. That's their personal preference, and I have absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah, but you're representing a community of people, and you are the minister.
When I represent a community, I represent people. I don't.
But these are people.
Yeah, but I don't. I represent all of them, and I represent them in the way that I represent anybody else. If there's anything that they want me to do, and they come to me to do it, I will do it. But
okay.
to delve into their and champion a cause, that's not my job.
No, I'm not asking you to champion a cause, Okay,
no,
let me be more clear.
They're no different to anybody else.
Yes, they are, sir. They are being discriminated against in the workforce.
Let's put it this way. I would ensure that I don't discriminate against them, and any organization that I am affiliated with would not discriminate against them.
Okay, sir. I think I mean, it's not just you alone doing it, but as a community, sir. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? I mean,
no.
Okay, all right.
Okay, Mr. Peter.
Final 3 minutes. Do you believe that Kamala 2015 will return to government?
Do I believe what?
That Kamala 2015 will return to government.
Do I believe
Do you believe that Kamala Persad-Bissessar will once again be the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago?
I would like to see her not be.
Is she engaged, or was she ever engaged in activities that would make her an illegitimate candidate for Prime Minister?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, smoking weed and
I never know the Prime
excessive
Minister
drinking.
To smoke. I never know the Prime Minister to smoke weed. I have never known her to smoke weed, and that is not my reason for not wanting her to be Prime Minister.
My colleague just asked if we can possibly have an extempo on the matter sometime in the future.
Will you be participating in the elections on September 7th?
Would I be participating?
Will you be voting?
Yes, I'll be voting, definitely.
Okay.
Yes.
Mr. Peters.
Mr. Peters, give me a chance.
This is, of course, the last question as we wrap up.
Christopher Walcott of the International Movement for Change. Any regrets? Any regrets?
In terms of what?
In terms of your venture into this political arena, in terms of being felt as a scapegoat or being used?
I have no regrets of being involved in politics at all, because you will recognize that I said to Fazir the other morning, I deem politics to be one of, if not the most noble profession in the world, because I don't know of any country in any part of the world that is run without a political directorate. I don't know of any. So I deem politics to be one of the most noble profession. So I have been involved in one of the most noble professions as far as I am concerned, and I have absolutely no regrets of being involved in the politics of my country.
And with that, we, of course, make ready to pull the curtains down on this evening's edition of The Chair. Again, the conversation gets more intense and very interesting as we move on down the road. Next week, we've got the 2 final shows, 2 final sittings of The Chair before, of course, the population goes to the polls. And we're looking forward excitedly to what's to come next week, Tuesday. I am tempted to give you a little hint as to who our guest is going to be. I won't do that just yet. I want to start first by taking the time out to thank Mr. Peters for being a part of the exchange this evening. Like I told you before, it's really untethered, really unfiltered, a chance for real conversation. And indeed, I want to thank you for being a part of the process.
The pleasure is mine, and I want to tell you that it has been a blast actually talking to all these wonderful young people and sharing their opinions on so many different aspects of our lives in Trinidad and Tobago.
Thank you. And of course, I want to thank the panel for your contribution this evening. Trinidad and Tobago, next week, Tuesday, more entertainment, more action, more information, more conversation as we count it down to General Election 2015. My name is Brian Haynes. This has been The Chair on STV, Real TV. See you next week. Have a good evening.
She to ni makarama. I see people who cuss she and make she feel shame. Insult she in public, call she all kind of name. Today